The night had just begun to settle when the first whisper of wind brushed my face, cool and patient, as though it had traveled far, only to bring me the memory of you. There was a softness in the air, the kind that arrives when the world finally quiets enough to hear the truth beating inside a lonely heart. I stood beneath the sky, stretching endlessly above me, a dark canvas painted with silver stars. Yet not even their brilliance could distract me from the ache that carried your name. Some absences are loud, others silent. Yours was both. It echoed through every breath and lived quietly in every pause between them. People say time heals everything, but they forget that some memories don't want to be healed. They breathe, they linger, they transform the soul in ways only destiny can. Understand, you became one such memory, not fading, not dimming, just settling deeper, like a root that refuses to loosen its hold. During the day, I carried myself with the calm expected of a ruler, a prince whose strength must remain unshaken. But at night, when the world fell asleep, my heart awakened, with truths I never dared to speak aloud. Tonight felt different, as if the moon itself leaned a little closer, urging me to finally confess what my silence had been holding hostage. I closed my eyes and felt the desert wind rise, lifting grains of sand like pieces of forgotten stories. And suddenly I remembered the first time your presence shifted something inside me. You didn't try to impress, nor did you attempt to hide your softness. You were simply real, real in a world full of masks and perfect illusions. You spoke in a way that made the chaos inside me find direction. You smiled in a way that made burdens feel lighter. You listened in a way that made even my unspoken thoughts feel understood. Not many people can do that. Not many people even try. You did, without effort, without intention, without knowing that your existence alone was rewriting the rhythm of my soul. I often wondered why destiny crossed our paths. Was it coincidence? A lesson? A blessing? Or something deeper? Something written long before we learned how to love? The truth is simple. You arrived in my life like a quiet sunrise, slow, gentle, unannounced. But once you were there, nothing looked the same again. Tonight, beneath this endless sky, I finally allowed myself to speak the truth I have carried too long. I loved you in silence first. I loved you in the spaces between my responsibilities. I loved you in the parts of myself that the world will never see. You were the voice that turned my loneliness into poetry, the softness that taught my heart how to breathe differently, the presence that felt like home. Even in your absence, the stars above me began to shimmer brighter, perhaps in agreement, perhaps in witness, as the confession flowed from me, like a river finally breaking free. I whispered your name into the night wind, hoping it would reach you, the way your memory always manages to reach me. And as the breeze carried my words away,